Hey guys, it's Austin here. In today's video, I want to talk about what can you do once you're at 60? This is a question I've been asked a lot in the stream the last couple of days. What is the point? What should I be focusing? What do I do now? So I can talk a little bit about what I have been focusing on and what I think is important to do. So let's just start with the gathering and refining. So these refining here is very, very important to get to level 200. And I just hit level 200 in smelting, so I can try and show you. You can craft something similar to Asmodium for each refinement skill, but this has a 24-hour cooldown and you can only craft 10 a day. Why is this so important, you ask? Well, if you don't know, basically all these materials here, when you craft endgame items, this gives a lot of minus gear score. Like, these gives a minus gear score. Asmodium is the best crafting material you can use, so I think it gives plus 15 min and max gear score when crafting items. So Asmodium and the refining material for each refining profession is going to be something that everybody will want. It's going to be worth a lot of money, or you are going to use it if you want to craft your best endgame items. So one thing I think personally is important is to try and get all of them to max, so you can get the daily cooldown and start pumping out a lot of these materials, and you'll either be able to sell them for a hell of a lot of money, or you'll be able to use them to craft the best items in the game. So one for sure is the refining. Later on I'll be working on my life skills, but for now I've just been pumping out the refining numbers and trying to get my daily materials as soon as possible. If you hit level 60 and all you care about is PvP, you should farm the faction points. In the past, Great Cleave used to be the best place, but if you're solo, I would say Reekwater is the best zone. From my testing, you get about 5.6k point every 10 minutes, and it's they're very easy, they're not very hard to do. And if you're in a group, you can do Shattered Mountain. You start here and you just like walk over here. The reason why I recommend you do it in a group is because for the mob killing quest, you need to kill bison. And killing those 65 bisons or whatever they are, I'm not able to do it alone, at least not as a melee. If you're ranged maybe, but if you have a couple of guys, Shattered Mountain is probably going to be great because you'll be able to kill the bisons, and I think it's going to be a little bit faster than Reekwater because the travel time is shorter. But you know, you hit 60, you only want a PvP, you need to grind out your faction gear set, and then you have the outpost rush, which you can do in all the outposts, and you probably have to find a company that owns territory and is willing to attack for PvP, right? So if you're not in a company, try and find one that has like Everfall, Windspirit, or Monarch's Bluff is possible, because they're always going to be in conflict. Everybody's going to try and fight them. Yeah, so that's the PvP aspect. You want to farm faction points. If you just want a PvP, you want to duel, you want to do outpost rush, I recommend those two zones for that. Now, to gear your gear score, this is a subject that I wish I had 100% confidence in this, but I'm pretty sure I found out how it works. So in previous testings, I was watching other content creators, and they all said the best way to get your character to drop better items is equip items and get a high average gear score watermark down here. And people think, so if you equip your best gear, basically, let me sort by item level. So if you equip your best gear and then start killing stuff and you have a high watermark in your item level, you're gonna start dropping better things. Is what a lot of people have been saying. But I was fortunate enough to be invited to the content server before New World was released. We did some dungeon testing, and basically what we did was we had 550 average gear score, and then when we went to try and do some of the expedition, we would still only drop 500 gear score gear. So that made me think, hey, the gear you currently have equipped on your character and your average gear score seems to have nothing to do with how you progress getting better loot drops. So I started asking around in my company. I'm playing with a lot of tryhards there that know a lot of stuff. And they asked the guy who made New World database, the website. And he wrote in text that the only way to increase, to get better gear drops. So right, I started at 500 2 days ago. And now I'm dropping like 515, 525. I've even dropped the, that's for 48 this moment. But I can drop up to 525 items. And 2 days ago I only dropped 500 gear score. But the only way to increase it is by killing monsters and looting chests. So basically, if you look at a log stat, I hope I have a log stat here. It says 2.4% chance at rare items from chests and monsters. That's basically how you increase your watermark, to my understanding. He said the only way to increase it is just by killing chests and opening... killing monsters and opening chests. So the best way to do that is to find some groups and go to the open elite areas. I call them point of interest, but here there's one level 63 zone. We have male villains in Eden Grove. I can find Eden Grove. There's one here. I actually want to go to all these level 60 zones. Here's Murkgard. You want to go to all these level 60 point of interest zones that have elite chests. And do them and kill the monsters there. Loot the elite chest daily to increase your high watermark so you can start dropping some better gear. Yeah. That's what you should focus on as soon as you hit 60. When you're alone and you don't know what to do, you can farm your refining. If you just only want a PvP, you always have to grind your faction gear. And the two best zones for that is Breakwater and Shattered Mountain. And if you want to do all of it, right? So what I do is I do refining in the early morning hours when there's not a lot of people on. And then in the evening I do wars. And then after the wars I usually go around to all these elite areas and farm the monsters to increase my high watermark. Down the line, maybe like a week or two from now, I'm gonna try and get all my crafting skills up. But it's not something I think is important. It's not something that matters too much before all the cities are fully upgraded and things like that. But these, as soon as you can pump them out, it's just gonna get you really, really good gear or really, really big stacks of money. So that's always good to know. I think that's what I want to say for early. I guess I can touch on one more thing. If you do your quest in Shattered Mountain, Eden Grove, and Breakwater, you get these tuning orbs for the dungeons. I have them in my stash. But basically, you get tuning orbs to the expedition, and I would wait. I'm not doing mine yet. I'm waiting until I've grinded enough elite monsters, so I see that high gear score drops. Because otherwise, you're gonna use the tuning orbs, which are here, like the Lazarus tuning orb, the Genesis tuning orb. We got some Spriggan Arena tuning orbs. But if you use these and go into the expedition before you start seeing good gear drop, you're just gonna waste the keys and only get low gear score items dropping. And so you get these keys, but I would wait with them until you actually can drop some higher gear score gear. That is my advice. So get on the grind, and as soon as you start seeing like 550 gear score drops or 560 gear score drops, then it's a good time to go and do all the expeditions that you have. And the best way to do it is find a group of 5 people, right? And say, hey, you want to do a rotation? If we all do our keys together, we can do 5 runs in a row. And, you know, so you get the 5 keys out of your 1 key, and you can all get some good loot. That is what I have for this video today. I hope you like it. If you have any questions, feel free to leave a comment. You can also come to the stream that will be linked in the bio below. Please like this video, and please subscribe to the channel. I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye bye.